We were one
13.
off from getting a hero point.
I know.
Okay, there it was. I rolled a 2!
First thing of the stream, carpet rolling a 2.
And get the 17
At least
off
you
of
guys
it.
can see my new number.
Yeah. He Carpet elected to boost his diplomacy.
He could protect us in combat and in speech.
Did he put all of his points for his level into diplomacy?
I don't think so.
No. I got
You did?
+2 intelligence, which got me like 10 extra points.
Yeah.
Oh, and you put it all in diplomacy. You want one more?
I go to half of it, yeah.
All right. So with that, between Michael and Lar, so thematically here it's going to be Zephys like going, "Hey, don't look at us. Like, you can trust us." And then Lar just kind of mean mugging over his shoulder, just like, "Yeah, trust us." You guys get it. Can get however many rooms you want, but each room will be 5 gold.
I mean,
I'm gonna pack us up in one
wasn't
room.
a couple of us like really badly injured? I'm pretty sure I restored my HP, but I think I was one of them.
Yeah, you're not doing so hot. Yeah.
Granted, I put my HP to full, but for
Yeah, for the level, yeah. Hindsight, given where we were going to pick up, I should have made a note of what my HP was before, but
Wasn't great.
I mean, if we leveled up, me hitting level 8 gives me another spell, so I can just pump you full of demon semen.
Don't say that.
But accurate.
Also, incorrect. It's infernal. It's devil.
I object morally.
I can pump you
Full of
so
Satan
it
semen.
sounds like he
Thank you,
wants
Megs.
the room with me.
I don't swing that way.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
You're not straight?
Anyway,
What?
what? Not the time. All right.
Well, hopefully it doesn't matter.
How many rooms do you guys want, Michael?
2. I'll have one, and then they can be in the rest. They all can be in one.
Now, hold
Like,
on.
I like to
I'm
sneak into
kidding.
Zephyr's room and sleep with him.
Buddy, you're not
Him.
using the bed.
No, we can just do 5. It's fine.
Is there only one bed per room?
There are 2 beds per room.
Oh,
Then 2 would work.
Yeah.
Zephys just
you're
gets
not even gonna be in the room. You're gonna be,
the
like,
chair.
Yeah, you're gonna be at a desk or something.
He's just gonna stay in the lobby.
yeah, we'll just do 2 rooms, and I'll stay in the lobby.
Okay. All right, so 10 gold. The morning comes. What does the merry band want to do?
Is it time for the spoils of war?
Sounds like people want it to be. Yeah.
It sounds like money is what the group wants to do.
Money!
In the distance, you hear crowd just shuffling away.
Alright, so let's take a look. Okay. I'm just gonna count up 7. Okay. 57k to split. Not counting any of the armory or the stuff we would have to sell in.
Oh yeah, I forgot I
Yeah.
picked up a magic hammer.
It was 37k gold, Zephys money bag, and then 6k gold from the alchemist.
There's also a bunch of gems on 4-3 that were 10k.
Yeah, I just figured we'd have to sell that. So
I mean, yeah, but like they're gems. I feel like that's the kind of thing that like. I mean, whatever. I'm basically just omitting the weapons and like items.
I was just taking into account like the more liquid assets, which in this case is just the gold because we'd have to sell everything else.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, the halberds and the spears we're never going to use all of them, so.
You
Or
never know. Lara might grow 30 arms and have 30 spears.
She's more of a swordy, isn't she?
I'm a light weapon. I
A
like
what?
light things. Light,
Oh, light.
light
I thought you
weapons.
said leg.
Yeah, which rapiers
Yeah.
can classify as a light blade. Light blade. That's the category. Light blades.
So all I could think of is Laura's been lying to you guys. She's actually skilled in kicking. She's just Sanji.
I just imagine.
I'm just imagining her full exorcist style
thought
doing
this whole
180.
time. Lar thought this whole time she was a human, but in actuality, she's half human, half Gatling gun.
Oh, she's got the tripod.
Oh my god.
All right, so I suppose I could probably try and sell the weaponry, all 50 bits of it. Granted, I'd kind of need you there to. Actually, I could carry that many. In terms of mathematically, physically probably not.
I mean, just take a strap around the whole lot of them and then just hoist them.
Bundle it into a mighty faggot.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Real word.
That is what that word means, yeah. A bundle of sticks.
Yep.
Yeah,
Alright.
I also remember the magic hammer. I'm assuming that's gonna sell for a little bit more since it's magical.
I am not seeing the magic hammer.
Torture
Sounds
It
room.
was yeah. I don't think any of us have any intention of using it, so selling it would get us a little bit more money.
Yeah, I've got my specialties. All right, so I guess I create the faggot and head over to the alchemist. Or why did I say alchemist? Blacksmith or weapon store. Whoever wants them.
You could probably sell them, and you don't need a roll for this. You would just know. You could probably sell them to like the guard.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, hey, I know I worked here for like maybe a week. Do you want like 50 pole arms?
I think you guys were here for 3 weeks, if memory serves.
Right, yeah. I spent a good amount of it reading, to be fair.
That's true.
Did I put points into
Speaking
linguistics?
of, did we have time to read? No, we probably didn't.
During those 3 weeks? Probably a
No,
little.
I'm talking about the last night.
Yeah, no. We were
I mean,
all
you
butt tired.
probably did.
I mean, his body was physically exhausted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we hadn't slept in a while.
Like, he could have probably been up in atoms, but like his body needed to recover. So he's awake, just kind of laying there.
Yeah,
Not-
just
So he was D&D version of on his phone.
oh dang, like me for the past like 2 hours trying to get my joints to stop screaming. Anywho, how much do they go for?
The halbergs and spears.
Yeah.
Give me an appraisal.
Oh, that's not something I'm trained in.
Our diplomacy.
Oh,
Do I-
diplomacy? All right, say less. Oh, that's not bad. Not bad.
Better not be bad because you don't have any hero points at the moment.
Right.
Can I help him?
What?
I think a 22 will do it.
He
Yeah,
Not,
it's what-
not with the diplomacy. I'm fucking shit at that. But I can look at him and like give you a price.
I mean, if you have appraisal, then you can just like Jesus. 15?
Another
Oh, is it?
19. What the fuck? Give me the hero point.
Okay, hold on. Why does Carpet not have hero points?
I spent
He
all
spent
the
them.
mine.
I didn't know we could do that already.
I mean, he just leveled up. I figured as such.
Yeah.
I spent 15 on the one that gives an extra one passively.
If you would like to spend your hero points retroactively, go for it.
Okay, I don't know if I have enough, but I'll go take a look.
I had exactly 15, and I was like, hell yeah.
Hell.
Alright.
Right.
One
It's
moment.
crazy. I'll have to
Let me
play the
see.
game naturally. It's
Sorry, I
crazy.
was laying with baby, so I wasn't able to see my computer. But what are we trying to roll? Appraisal or diplomacy for the spears?
I think we're good.
They're masterwork, right?
yes.
Yeah. I'm trying
And
to
I'm gonna
find.
edit
Okay,
them
good,
as we
'cause I-
go with
okay.
whatever we do with them or what we get for them.
Give me 1 second. I'm having to hunt down certain.
Yeah, we'll need to find like some trader that's willing to exchange currencies. Or maybe we'll just like keep them in our back pocket and treat them as if we have the currency for when we're making a big purchase.
So the halbergs are going to go for. 310, and the spears go for 302
Each or total?
And oh lordy.
each.
Yeah, because masterwork adds 300 to the amount it's worth.
I see.
So we're just
Yep.
looking at the price of like the halberd and the spear, right?
Yes, those are the two that he called out.
Yeah, I figured that was like easiest thing to pawn off.
They're
So
what?
you said
310
halberd,
for the halberd?
306?
Thank you, Cass.
Yep.
What was that?
What were the prices again?
Halbergs are 310, and the spears are 302.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay.
Oh, you just okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
Michael.
302. Yeah. So that's an extra 15,260.
Let me add it to the stack.
Is there anything anyone wants to do while they're selling? the bundle.
Come on, say it.
The faggot.
Let's go.
No, I don't think so.
I mean,
Cass over here, like, I want you to say it.
Selling though?
say the line, Bart. All right. I mean, do we care enough to trade away the egg, the gold bars, and the gems?
I mean, is there anything that we're going to use them for?
No.
The
Well,
gold
maybe the
bars
gems.
might be able to be used as evidence.
For what? It's
They have the symbols on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They have the
the-
Aspis Consortium's symbol on them.
if I may.
Mhm.
What I'm worried about is people will see that and assume incorrect things about our group, and also evidence for what? It's known they work with the monkeys.
Oh, well. I don't know.
Well,
So,
known
It's not
is
like
strong.
common
Well,
knowledge.
In that case, we definitely can't sell it over the top. We're gonna need to take it to like some black market.
Yeah, well, not
who
my
knows what
scene.
the black market is?
I mean, if anyone would, it would be you,
I mean,
Cass.
I definitely
Oh, yeah, that's right.
have black market connections.
Oh, well, that too.
Oh, really? Easy.
Are you surprised?
Well, I mean, not around
He's filthy
here.
rich, so.
Not around here, but
I mean, throw it in the bag of holding and let the other person take it out of his business.
It is currently in the bag of holding, so
We could launder it.
Hope there's not a guard raid on a safe.
all right. So, are any of us using the full suit magic plate armor? Would we want to sell that to the guards while we're here as well?
I'll sell the battle axe.
battle axe.
Masterworked battle axe.
Also a magic hammer if no one plans on using it.
I don't see this magic hammer.
It was
It's in the
torture
second.
room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on the. If you go to the general chat, it's at the bottom. Torture room next to Alchemist Monkey, or just above Alchemist
Oh,
Monkey.
oh, right.
Along with
he was
another
looking-
pistol.
Yeah.
Because I think that's our second now.
Will we sorry? Will we be able to sell the staves at the guards, or do they not have like magicians in the guards?
They don't have magicians that are skilled enough to use those staves.
Okay. Are we gonna hold on to the would we know the little goblin or gnome or whatever it was? Would he
Oh!
mask?
Oh, hold on.
Magic
He's a
shop.
bit of a collector.
Yeah, hold on. I have to pull up my notes for that one. I know who you're talking about. Yeah. He would absolutely probably buy them from you.
We might actually get to make the poor guy's day. Because if I recall, he was a bit down on the dumps last time.
I think it was because we didn't buy anything.
Yeah, we did, but I thought we just bought basic bitch stuff, and he wanted to sell us this fancy stuff.
Comment and supplies. Randall.
Randall, right.
Don't have his thing. I believe he was a gnome.
Thought he was a goblin.
Let me check.
I thought he was the goblin too. That sounds familiar, but Eric
Yeah.
loved making magical goblins, so I could just be mixing it up with a different campaign.
This is true. I do. Well, it's because goblins like magic, so.
If I recall,
Goblin.
the
Cool.
The explosive or the fire obsessed guy on the boat was also a goblin, right? The sky boat.
Well, maybe. Like.
I'm not
partially.
going to look. I'm not going to look that for that. It was a goblin. You're correct.
I see. Actually,
So you guys were right. Goblin.
Yeah, so before we leave the guards, did we want to sell the magic plate armor or no?
Did you identify it?
No. This isn't the same thing that came off of the one guy, is it?
I believe you found this in the.
That was in the armory.
Yeah, this was in the armory.
If you're talking the butcher's apron, I'm wearing that.
Well, I do have identify ready.
He's not talking about the butcher's apron.
I thought that was what I was talking about, but when you guys started talking,
I thought you said something. Oh, okay, gotcha. You figured out.
I can cast identify on it.
Yeah. It is a +2 +2 deathless full plate. For reference, that means the guard. If you want to undercut, because the guard can only afford to pay you 6,000 for it, this is worth 9,000 and whatever the base armors cost.
Nah. What does Deathless do?
Deathless is protects the wearer from harmful negative and positive energy, including channeled energy. The armor absorbs the first 10 points of positive or negative damage per attack that the wearer would normally take. The wearer has a 25% chance to ignore negative levels from any attack. Deathless does not block healing of any kind and does not protect against positive or negative effects that do not deal damage or bestow negative levels. There you go.
Well, does that sound good for anybody?
Can anyone other than Rugnir wear full plate?
I can, but I don't want to because Dex.
Right. For all intents and purposes, no.
Well, carpet's muted.
Yeah.
Oh, you gave me a plate mail +1 because apparently that's what I had in my notes. Is it just a plate mail +1 Deathless?
Let me double check. Thought it was +2. I'm doing this from memory. You're correct. It's +1. It is so. Sorry. It is. Oh, they could afford it then. It's 4,000. So they can barely afford it. You're flushing them out.
Yeah, but think how much stronger they're going to be. They'll be able to protect the town against monkeys.
And the fog.
Nah, they're fucked. But they can protect the town against monkeys.
No. Like, they can protect themselves from the fog.
They're fucked.
All right, so it's that puts it at 5,500. That is what they will buy it for, and then they cannot really afford to buy anything else off of you.
I'm fine
Okay,
selling
we have
it
a
for that.
grand spanking total of 75,450 right now.
So mark
Money
that as
time.
gold.
And the plate
Yeah, mark
armor
that
can
gold.
be crossed off. Now we just need to go to the Gabo, sell the staves. Are they the same as the staves that I sold that bought from Harry?
I believe so. Wherever I put that. Do you
Harry,
happen to
do
have
you,
it over?
do you remember how much I bought it from you? I think it was either 4,000 or 5,000. I can't remember. Oh, he's muted.
Yeah, he's still not back.
I know I tricked Momo for like 400. Oh, I didn't trick her actually. She just offered.
Give me a second. I'll look it up.
Sorry, I'm late. Sorry, I'm back.
Harry, how much did I buy that staff from you from before?
I remember it was somewhere in like 2,000 to 4,000.
I was thinking 4,000 or 5,000.
Sounds about right. It was very funny because, like, you got one off of the wire for 50 gold, and I was like, hey, how much is this worth? And you said 5,000. Hey, want this for 5,000 gold? I'm
Oh,
like, sure.
yeah, Trickster. I have a value of 5,000 on these. That's what it says.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, so that's another 30,000. But we need to
Yeah.
go to the Gabo and talk it out.
What the fuck are we gonna
What,
use all this
what,
on?
what are these staffs?
They
Because I
are,
thought they were staves of like evocation and stuff.
yeah, they give a +1 to the DC of spell checks.
Okay, so they're not actually.
Yeah, they're not big boy staffs.
They're not okay. I was like, a staff of evocation is 82,000. What are we on about? Okay, it's not the spell casting kind. It's a like buff kind.
Yeah. So while you guys are heading to Comment and Supplies, is this the whole party going?
I mean,
Because I know you two are going. Chris, are you going with them?
The only other thing I would think about doing would be sitting in the tavern, so I don't see why I wouldn't go.
Okay. Cass,
Yes,
you're going with them? All right.
might as well.
Right. Then I assume then Suzanne is not going off on her own.
No, I don't have the skill set to do that.
All
I mean,
right.
do you want to go off and do something else? I can go with you instead.
I mean, didn't we want to investigate stuff in the town before leaving, like the towers and stuff? Is there anything we
Did
could
we?
do that?
oh, we're gonna do that. We just wanna.
I
want
know,
money.
but do we need 5 people to sell some staves, or
We
do we
don't.
want to get a head start on that? Like,
Heck, I'll go with Laura then.
Yeah,
I
you guys
mean-
can go gather information if you want.
Yeah. See if
Okay.
anything's
I mean, I don't
changed.
know if we'll get. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we'll glean anything that we didn't glean the first visit, but
Yeah, you guys were here for a while.
Yeah. I mean, the main thing is, like, doing any actual investigating could kill you very, very easily without you realizing.
Nah, we're
Right.
invincible.
Yeah, you guys survived a monkey. You're invincible, obviously.
If we could survive a demon monkey, we can survive a demon tower.
I don't think it's a demon.
See, we can survive it even easier then.
Tell me that again.
I hope you enjoy being the dumbest person I've ever met.
Carpe, you just haven't met yourself yet.
anyway. At don't know. I just see it's an opportunity for roll that going and selling stuff isn't. So
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, do what you got to do. We can take care of the bread breaking.
What do you two want to do?
Let's see. It was the bottom left tower that we've already been to that we discovered was, the seemingly endless.
You've been to all the
spider thing,
towers.
right?
You've been to all of the towers. Moon Tower is, in fact, the one that is cursed, as the locals call it.
okay, it's been a long time in real life. I don't know about the game, but in real life, it's been a long time. Can I get a reminder of the situation with the towers that had us so curious, and what we were
Sure,
able to
sounds
do
good.
about it?
Well,
One
okay.
moment.
I mean, I remember pretty well. Like, the whole thing with it is you go into it far enough and you go into the back rooms.
Yeah, but do we know like when that started? I feel like they told us something about the history of that too.
I think it was like the
Like
fifth floor, but also like
no,
going
I
down.
mean like when did people start going missing
oh,
or whatever?
Yeah. So if you want me to
Yeah.
step in real
Ju-
fast.
And obviously nothing we didn't already know, but just a reminder of what
Yeah.
we've already gleaned.
Okay. So there's a crack in the tower
Mhm.
that is roughly 15 foot wide by 10 foot tall. Entering that, there's a crack in the floor, which leads further and further down. There's a circular staircase going up. The circular staircase going up is enchanted, as discovered by Harry and Michael. There's a sense of dread when you're entering the tower. At least through the hole. You guys didn't try the front door. People have been, when the current coalition arrived, to discover what had happened to the city, because the city just went quiet one day. No one was here. They had been slowly rebuilding the city and repopulating the city. And the two places which are pseudo off limits is the main temple. They don't want anyone going into the main temple because whenever a flash of light happens, anyone who's in the main temple disappears. They lost most of their leadership to the first time that happened, prompting them to bar anyone else from being in there. And then anytime anyone goes into the Moon Tower and goes far enough into it, they are never seen again. The other thing that's happening in this place is there's a constant fog and a general sense of dreariness due to the prevalent nightmares that happen in this place.
Something which I've become very accustomed to at this point.
Okay.
Accustomed to.
So it
Oh,
sounds
right.
like
Hey,
you
I need your roll, Cass.
I'm looking for it now. I can't remember what the rolls are. Give me a minute. Okay, there they are. All right, good.
No, not good.
Not good.
Nope. Good.
Isn't it one to choose on in
No?
the city?
We have the
good.
thing.
Oh,
Oh no, the
no, we have
pillow
the
thingy we got,
yeah.
or the rock or whatever. Okay.
You guys still have the
tablet thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Remember that. I totally forgot about the ones or twos thing as well as the tablet.
Mhm.
Okay, so it sounds to me, and this is kind of semi in character. Like we've got a handful of avenues we could try and glean. Given that it's you and me and nobody else wanted to come, I'm kind of impartial to the idea of just asking around and seeing if anyone recognizes this. We could investigate things that are more relevant to the rest of the party, or we could investigate our personal interests.
I mean, since it's you and I, personal interests are rather important to individuals.
So I think we're gonna go around and ask people, like try and see if anyone's seen Oof, like come through this area at any point.
Okay. Either knowledge local or diplomacy.
Let's see.
Crap.
What's my knowledge local? If I could find it,
I
that'd be
knew my
fantastic.
diplomacy was a 1, so I was like, I'll go with the one that's higher.
Is that trained?
Yes, it is. I have a check mark next to it anyway.
Trained means you have a rank in it.
I've got
Yeah.
2 ranks in it.
Hell yeah. All right. We'll circle back to that in a sec. All right. You guys enter comment and supplies. Goblin just kind of sitting there, spinning a wand in his hand. You know how like people spin pencils in their hand?
Yup.
That's what he's doing.
Bored out of his gourd. I imagine he doesn't get much business regardless.
Welcome to my friends. You coming back for some supplies?
More of the opposite. And we thought you would have some interest in some lovely items we've procured as of late.
I'll pull out a faggot of stabs.
It's like 3, sure.
It's like
No,
7.
it's more than that.
Oh,
You
right.
can-
I forgot like we have
It's
like a
6.
dozen.
Well, it's 3 per, and there's 2, because I'm keeping one of the evocations.
Right, you
so
want to
Yeah. So we bundled up 6 stabs and called it a faggot.
It's all
Yup.
gonna-
I should never have said that initially.
Nope. This is all on you.
You did this. Congratulations.
Whatever, it's funny. Anywho, what's his response?
He pulls out a little monocle and starts like looking over it. You said it's 6,
Yep.
so that's 30,000.
Yep.
Well, I don't have the coin to pay for it. Mayhaps a trade.
Go on.
He kind of goes and pulls out this little lockbox and starts opening it up. And you see that there's like seals and whatnot on it.
I'm leaving this to the aficionado. Michael?
Well, I mean, what? Yeah, just what do I see? What sort of magical items are in there?
He pulls out a fairly tightly wrapped little fabric, and he starts to unwind this fabric, and it unfurls into a 5 by 10 feet floating or flying carpet.
Harry can fly.
Well, I kind of already can.
Sorry, continue.
No, 5 by 10 feet flying carpet.
Oh,
Are there any restrictions?
Let me double check. The size, carrying capacity.
Recharge.
It can carry 4,000 pounds, or not 4,000, 400 pounds. It has a speed of 40. If you, it can carry up to double its capacity, so 800 pounds, but doing so reduces its speed to 30.
So it can carry a whole party, but like slowly.
Oh yeah, 5 by 10 feet, so it would be a very cramped ride.
To me, like
Yeah.
sounds like we have a way to get the dwarf to match pace with us.
Does have a flying speed of 40.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
can get the
that's-
dwarf up to speed with us.
I mean, I'm pretty sure some of the party still has a speed of 30.
Yeah, but you're 20, right?
25. Like, the difference isn't insane.
It's not insane in 6 seconds. It gets kind of crazy once you hit like 2 minutes.
True. But there you go.
How long does it last? Like, is it a certain amount of time per day?
No, a carpet of flying is a rug that can fly through the air as if affected by overland flight, so you can't go above a certain distance into the air.
Oh.
Yeah,
I mean,
you have
either
to
way,
you have to stay within 120 feet. Looks like
oh, okay. Of like land or
ground.
of
Yeah,
the surface?
of the surface of whatever you're flying over.
Okay, so you can fly over water, no issue. Got it.
And yes, and if there's like a chasm or something, you will drift down, but not like immediately plummet. It's you will have to like glide across.
Either way, this is like very convenient.
Yeah. Market price, by the way, is 35K.
So all these staffs for the carpet?
Yep.
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but that sounds very
Yeah, it sounds like a good deal.
yeah. Then yeah, I guess we take it. Pleasure doing
All right.
business with you.
The carpet rolls back up, and it rolls into about a 1 foot by probably like half a foot like thickness, like it's rolled up, and it's like, what would you like the command word to be? And who will be its owner?
Well,
I mean, Rugnir has Rug in his name, but I'm
Shut
not
up,
there.
shut
so...
up, shut up, shut up, shut up. No. I don't need to be the owner. I have Boots of Flight. Like, I think this would probably be better on someone who cannot fly using stuff that is on their person. Oh yeah, does it take concentration?
No. Concentration isn't a thing in this game.
Once
Right,
again, I'm
okay.
not there, but can you attack off of it? Would it be a nice
Yeah.
setup position for
Yeah,
for Cass
okay. Give
up
it
in
to
the air?
Cass.
Okay. Yeah.
We have the
You,
same
you,
brain.
you guys can set the command word and then like be like, hey, this is the owner, and then he can bind it to that person just by like conjuring the image in his head. The person doesn't have to be there. So you just have to give him the command word.
Makes sense. So, what do we want the command word to be? Do we want to go silly, go stupid, or
Cass, out of character, is there a word that you have in mind?
Not necessarily.
that's
See, you keep saying command word, and my brain keeps going go go gadget.
sadly that is more than one word.
It is concise enough to be a command word. It doesn't have to be a single word.
Okay, got
Can
it.
always do yip yip.
Oh my.
I think that might be a fantastic command word.
I think let's do it.
Oh,
I mean, Cass
no.
is gonna be the one saying it.
All right. I am now changing the imagery of this carpet real fast. It was like Persian. It is now a white, like furred rug with like a stripe down the middle of it, a brown stripe.
Racing rug. Wait, brown stripe. You know what? Never mind.
Because Appa had a stripe going down his back onto his
Yeah.
head.
Oh.
Yeah. It was brown too, if memory
I
serves.
constantly
That was
forget
gray.
that carpet is from a different generation than the rest of it.
I mean, if he hasn't seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, go watch that. It's phenomenal.
Oh, sorry, I didn't understand the reference immediately. I understand it now.
Yes, that's what Yip Yip like specifically comes from.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys just fought Alpha. I can't believe it.
I forgot. I never watched the show.
No, no,
You
no.
should,
You
it's very
told
good.
us, Appa.
Oh, well, I know what I need to go make now. Elemental monk.
Please stop trying to kill
With
me.
mounted combatant.
Guys, stop it! Chris is already dying. Don't kill her faster.
Don't worry, it's getting recorded.
We're gonna have a live death on YouTube.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna go on live leak.
I can mute the Discord. I can't mute the recording.
Whew. All right, so all right, yep.
Yep, yep.
And now
Yep, yep.
It is currently bound to Cass. Hold on, Michael, do you have craft wondrous items?
I should hope so with how many he's made.
I'm just. You're right. I need to
Yeah.
ask though.
I'm not
I've got a
saying that he
necklace from
does.
him.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying if he doesn't, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Restructure the campaign. All right.
Cass,
Get
it-
outta here.
Yeah. Michael, you can rebind this, but it will take you 8 hours.
I mean, that's not that bad. Hopefully that's
Actually,
good.
binding it to someone only takes about like 10 minutes, but unbinding it takes 8 hours.
Well, what happens if somebody dies? Does it automatically unbind, or do you still need to manually unbind it?
You have to unbind it.
Oof.
Well, we know what to do if Cass dies.
True.
Yeah, I'm
Or if we
invincible.
steal a second one.
Yeah, if you ever come across another one, you could.
Just saying.
Takes 8 hours. Just takes 8 hours.
Just the cavalry of flying carpets.
Oh my party became knights that fly on carpets.
That sounds like a freaking.
Also,
That
we've got
just
like
sounds
a-
awesome.
Title.
And as long as we're just going over normal terrain, I'm faster than the carpet anyway, so everyone can fit, the entire party can fit on the carpet, and I can just walk beside it.
Well,
Or we just
you
tie the
and
carpets to you and you
Susie
pull them faster.
And yeah, you,
It's not how that
Lark, and
works.
Zethus
Oh.
are all faster. It is literally just me and Cass that would be on it most likely.
All right. Well,
I mean, I doubt Zephyrus has
Uh,
a walking speed of 40.
I think he
Walking.
does.
He's fast. He's
Oh.
really fast.
He is half air elemental.
Oh, that's how he got out so quick
Yeah.
from the ziggurat.
Yeah. He's got the wind zoomies. He blows gas.
I'm up there for the people who would need it, in the sense of I just have your standard 30 movement speed, and I don't have any like additional. That said, at level 19, I will have wings. I don't actually remember
right.
what level that is.
It's some level. We'll get there eventually. Anyway,
Yep.
so is there anything else that you guys are attempting to sell?
There's the magic hammer, I think.
Chris, you can
Sell
mark off the
That's
staves.
Would he be willing to purchase like the gems that could be used for like spellcasting? How much gold does he have to?
Less than 30,000 at least.
There's still 29,999 gold difference.
It's not how math works.
It
Point
is
you
because
can
if he
have
had
upload of-
29,999 gold, I wouldn't sell him. Okay, well maybe I'm not that cheap, but
You would say, I don't have enough.
If you don't want to hold on to the precious gems, he could probably buy them.
Yeah, it's what, 7K?
10K.
10K.
well, does he have anything to trade? Maybe if you just got a carpet, so
10K gems? Sure. Let me see if he's got anything else in his repertoire of
Well,
like
hold on,
higher end
that-
stuff.
Why does trading instead of spending money give off huge under the table dealings vibes?
Or, mercantilism.
Yeah, but we're talking about magic people. It's sketch.
He goes, sure. I can trade for that. He reaches over and picks up a large sack and puts it down. Bag of holding?
I mean we could probably always use more.
It is a tier 4 bag of holding.
That's the big one, right?
Mm-hmm. Weighs 60 pounds. It's a very heavy sack. But it can contain 100 or 1,500 pounds, up to 250 cubic feet.
Perfect
That
for
does-
reckoning.
Wait, what?
I just mean you're probably one of the. Well, I guess maybe Shidro too.
Shidro
suited
could
to
very
carry
easily carry
that.
it.
Oh, I could easily
At
carry
least
that.
she's
Yeah.
got the suspenders.
I mean, I could also carry it with my strength. I'm just thinking like people who already are carrying a lot of the time.
Plus, my hands are typically free in combat, so there's that.
Well, typically you don't carry a bag of holding in your hands, but yeah, if you need to access stuff inside.
Yeah, I suppose.
This is where Ark's just like, okay, but do you have something I can?
No. That sounds fine to me.
I mean, another bag of holding. Can't go wrong with those.
I
Yeah.
am in
I
combat.
believe Michael has a tier 3 bag of holding.
No, I have a tier 2.
Oh. Yeah. So that would bring you guys up from a tier 2 to a tier 2 and a tier 4.
I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah. Basically, you guys won't ever have to worry about storage again.
Hooray.
What are we trading
Does
for
this
that?
tier 4 also have a significant amount of space?
All of the
too? Like,
gems.
Yeah, alright, all the gems.
All the gems
Right,
out of a bag of
anything,
holding to buy a bag of holding.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Michael has 2 different bags of holding. One is like specifically just gold.
I thought that
He's
was
got
more
his
like a
wallet and his backpack.
teleportation.
Was that
I thought that
Suzanne?
was more like a teleportation thing. I thought you said there's people like.
Yes, there is. There is a vault underneath his shop where he is able to pull and put money into.
So yeah, that's not really a bag of holding because bag of holding is its own like subspace, right?
It's
What's the life expectancy of a vault inspector for my shop?
It's not great.
Rest in peace, my guy. I hope you're getting paid well.
He gets domed by a golden egg.
You need to hire a golem or something.
Would you say I need to hire a goldlum?
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Absolutely.
Alright. What else are you guys trying to pawn?
Michael, are you
got
keeping
the
that magic
bag.
dagger of sentience?
Am I keeping what?
That magic dagger of sentience?
Yeah, I'm keeping that.
Okay.
Well, he was willing to purchase the gems for 10,000, so maybe he's willing to purchase the golden egg.
I feel like that's something. That's the difference.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. We probably have to
He
find
takes
some.
a look at it and goes, "Are you calling me a chicken?"
My Mima taught me better than that.
That's the only thing we have left to sell, other than in my bag of holding, other than the bars.
There's the magic hammer that people keep bringing up.
Yeah.
Which I
Yeah,
left
but
with
it's
you.
on Cass's character.
Oh, I left it with you.
Did you?
Yeah, when y'all were going to the market and I wasn't going with you, I gave it to you. Or at least I would have.
Well, I guess I'll show him the hammer. You interested?
He'll pick it up for 4,000.
Sounds good to me. And then I guess that's it. I guess we just have to find a jewelry store or some collector or something.
Angry Babu.
Yeah, but I don't want to lay down with him till Jet's out of the bath. So
Alright, Cass.
Yes.
As you're describing it's us, right?
Yes.
Thank you. To one of the people They kind of like nod and go, I think I've seen the fella.
When and where?
That's the thing. In a dream.
I look at Lar.
Look at me. I don't. Is the Fey realm tied to dreams? I don't. I just got the book. I haven't read it yet.
The first world does have a connection to the dream realm.
Okay, so when he saw him in this dream, did he say anything?
No, I saw him like it was him and like in a crowd with other people, and there's this bright light that kept spinning over and over and over again. And then I woke up screaming.
Screaming. Okay.
I mean,
Do you remember when this was?
a couple nights ago.
Put a hand on his shoulder.
screaming
Don't
like
worry. I understand how it is to wake up screaming in the night.
Okay. I think
Have to have
Given
an unhinged
that
moment every now and then.
information, I think our first line of curiosity should be the fog. I think the fog might have something to do with the first world.
That is very possible.
So I guess we'll start asking about the fog then. We don't know where the fog originates from, right? It's just kind of everywhere.
Yes, you are correct.
Okay.
There is no. The fog
Is it
originates
just
from the
down?
city, but it has no origin point within
Okay.
that has been
then yeah.
determined.
That is okay.
Is it? Well, yeah. What's something we would check if we want to try and investigate the fog? Like either if anyone knows more about it, then it just exists. / if we can maybe find where it's coming from.
It's gonna be hard to get more information from the people here because remember, the people here originally all disappeared. Everyone here is basically a new arrival or newer arrival.
Yeah, but you think nobody's tried to investigate it?
That's true. Like if there's a guild of or maybe not a guild, but a group of scholars somewhere in the city.
Yeah, or just in general, somebody who's like crazy and intelligent and actually cares. Of which I think the crazy goblin's 2 of 3. I don't think he's the one we need though. But we could check. Or we could ask around. Or we could ask around if there is anybody who meets those checkboxes.
From your time here, you know the scholars that are investigating this place are set up in the Star Tower.
Want to check it out?
let's
Or do you
see.
want to reconvene with everyone else before we go to the Star Tower?
I think that for just asking questions, we can check it out. If we come
Okay.
across anything good, then we go back, get the others, fill them in, and we can come back.
All right, then we're going to head to the Star Tower and see if any scholars will give us the time of day.
Okay.
How much investigation have we done of the center tower so far? 'Cause I don't
None.
remember spoken around there very much.
I mean,
Which
the center
tower?
tower is also off.
The
Okay.
center one. Yeah, the off limits one. The one that we can't go inside of.
I mean, there's a handful of guards there. It wouldn't be hard to get in for UCAS, but they also aren't trying very hard to keep people out because the simple fear of not being there if the light goes off is enough to keep people from going in there.
But
Typically.
what I more mean is, have we been there to ask questions or anything? Or just to investigate the
Nope.
outside, see if we see
No.
anything?
We kind of came in, we investigated the one tower, and then after that we were like, let's focus on the Orb of Zen first.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so you guys are heading to the Star Tower. What is Cell Party doing?
I would be looking for like a jewelry store, or maybe not a jewelry store. I don't know, I
Antique
feel like
collector, baby.
Yeah. I feel like the egg is just going to be something that we're going to be holding on to, along with the gold bars.
The
For
jeweler
now.
melt it down.
This is probably not the place to try and sell it.
Yeah, it's not exactly the pinnacle of wealth.
So the amount of gold that we have accrued is 63,760.
Pretty good amount of wealth.
Not bad, not bad.
Well, divvy it up.
Great. That divides evenly, thankfully. All right, so we each get 12,750.
I don't know about you, but I don't exactly want 13,000 coins on my person, so
I mean, you can mark it down nonetheless, just to know you have it, even if it's in someone else's wallet. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yep, that's what I would suggest.
You also have carried currency and other currencies, so you can list a big amount in other, like set in someone else's wallet, then carried is what you
Pretty
actually want to have
sure.
on you.
no, you have to put everything in other, because if you put it in carry, doesn't that count towards your weight limit? And
Yeah,
Eric
it
doesn't do
does.
those rules.
You do need to have it in other.
It's fine.
I mean, as long as it's like being marked down, that's not a big deal.
This is the most money Hydro has ever had.
All right, does everybody have their other currency in place?
Indeed. Well, I do.
I think this is the most amount of money I've ever had in a Pathfinder game.
Same. Well, technically not true. There was that one campaign.
Yeah, that's
The quote
fair.
unquote one-off.
The one-off that took us, what, 4?
The
Yeah.
limitless money campaign?
Yeah.
That being said, in a game that started from level 3, definitely the most I've had.
This one started from level 1.
Did?
Yep.
Yep.
God. Putting those 2 years into perspective.
It's been longer than that. I've been living here for 2 years, and we started this at the other house.
Oh my lord. Anywho, I gotta figure out what to use all this on.
We'll have time, I'm sure.
For sure. I've got some ideas anywho. Like, there's the easy option of just a +1.
Guys, dungeon crawls are great, aren't they?
They give me money.
Yeah, especially when we get a
Money,
leading
money, money,
session.
And all it took was 2 innocent lives.
Yeah,
They not so innocent.
They were.
They
Hey,
had it
man.
coming to them.
not how I would have phrased it, but
Chances are they weren't going to make it out anyway. You give them a merciful death.
I
No.
wouldn't
I
have
don't know about
described that as merciful.
You're right. You're right.
We
but
gave
it
them a
wasn't
quick,
long.
We gave them a quick death.
They were. I'm pretty sure all it took was like one tick.
Yeah, quick.
That's correct.
Well,
When your insides become your outsides in 6 seconds.
Did the
was
cell phones
painless.
decide what they're doing?
keep telling yourself that.
Yeah. What is group Shidro, Rugnir, and Zephys doing?
I think I'm gonna start crafting.
I suppose if we're treating this as downtime, then I see no better time to meditate a little bit.
I'll go to the tavern and see if anyone's seen any sign of Meyer and Tulsh.
Okay.
Hmm.
The party. Split the
Split
party.
the party. All right.
I'm with Zethus for all intents and purposes.
Anywho, Cass, sorry,
Yes.
Soul and Lar, you guys enter the Star Tower. Lots of books and like scribbles all over the place.
Okay, I'm gonna start kind of testing the waters at seeing if anybody would be willing to talk.
If you, all right, well then just roll a diplomacy. Okay. Yeah, you find a younger lizard, mild set, a little bit of muscle tone, blue with like yellow stripes down his back, a couple of spikes jetting down. His eyes kind of just geckoed and looking about, standing about 7 feet tall.
Well, I'm gonna approach and say hello. Are you a scholar here?
Yes.
Have you happened to have done any research into the fog in particular?
Yes.
My
Lizard of many
I'm-
words, I see.
Lars gonna look at his soul for half a second, realizing she's not sure she's used the word before, and then continue. My friend and I were wondering if we could maybe kind of pick your brain as to what hypotheses and stuff you may have on what exactly is going on here with the fog and everything, where it comes from.
Yes. Reaches up, grabs a book off the top of a stack, and then like scans like through a stack. And, like midway down, he sees a book and he just like puts his fingers on it, and then bashes it out, and the stack just kind of falls and it starts to teeter a little bit, and then it just stops.
Wait, I missed. He had a book and then there was a statue?
No, he grabbed a book off of one stack, just reaching up while his eyes were scanning, and then he found a book he was looking for, put his fingers on it, and then bashed with the other book to pull it out as rapidly as possible. The other stack fell and teetered for a bit and then didn't fall.
Basically, he's a Jenga master.
Okay. Right. Jenga style. Okay.
Hmm.
I give him a very small, like, clap, very awkwardly with.
He sits down and opens the books. 2 thought processes. And his eyes are on both books as he's just like flipping the pages simultaneously.
I got
He stops
headaches
on
just thinking
one.
about that.
and then stops on the other. First hypothesis. Fallout comes from beneath, up through cracks in ground. From the deep.
Oh no.
Okay.
Possible connections. Draugr. The Grey Empire. Second hypothesis. He closes one book and then focuses on the other one. Come from sky. Pour down through light. He looks at you.
What would that be associated with? Just the sky?
This city, not good city. Lunic
Yeah, I kind of got that.
power. Curse. Lunic. Curse this land. Moon. Moon.
Lunic, lunar, moon tower, the cursed one.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. First off, having been exposed to Drow a lot, would my character know anything about Draugr? I know they're not the same, but they're kind of similar, and they're both kind of Underdark or whatever the Pathfinder word is for it. Did you answer my question, or?
What was your question? Sorry, I was dealing with others.
Gotcha. I said, given that I was effectively raised by Drow, would my character know anything about Draugr?
Yeah.
What
You
what
know.
check would that be, or do I just know?
Roll me. And Cass can do this too. Either, or one of, I should say, knowledge local, knowledge history, or knowledge religion.
And knowledge dungeoneering when it classify.
No, I don't think that would.
That's
I don't
fine.
think I could swing that one.
Oh,
Ooh, low roll. Oh, but you got good.
Not bad.
All right.
What about, what was it, the Grey Empire or something like that?
Yes, which is one of the names for the Draugr. Specifically, it's one faction of the Draugr. You don't recognize the Grey Empire, Cass. You know the Drauggr's empire as the double check which one it is. Is she done?
She was asking.
I don't know.
So we got this longer. How long we're gonna have them on there. You all done?
Where's my map? I have this marked down. Sorry. Oh, not that. the Hellbreaker Empire. That's what they're called.
Hellbreaker Empire.
Suzanne, you recognize Draugr, obviously, and you do know that the Grey Empire are the Draugr of this continent. There's 2 on the northern continent, and you know of a few others in some distant lands. But this is a major faction, is the Grey Empire. The Helltakers, or Hellbreakers, sorry. Hellbreaker Empire is the one that is most prevalent around where you grew up. And then towards the north is the Sovereign Grey, I believe they're called. Yep, Sovereign Grey.
Gotcha. Do I happen to know with that check if it's realistic to think that there's Draugr under this city?
Deep enough down, you know there's Draugr under the city.
Okay, so that's not the issue of.
It's are they close to the surface? You have
Not
no
to
idea.
mention, like,
Right.
the things that are happening in the city feel too. I don't know. Like, I'm not going to metagame at the moment.
Okay. And I don't imagine I really know anything about the moon or anything like that. I've been living literally under a rock my whole life. So, I'm gonna say okay. What are the odds that the Fae or the First World might somehow be involved in this mist, or in the light or whatever that appears?
78%.
Oh, I see. Take it off. Off.
Reports
Sorry, I know.
of Archfey energy is noticeable.
Would How long have you been in this place?
Since first day of coalition. 2 years, 7 months, 4 days. And then he kind of just like looks up and like there's a window and you see like the light starting to peer through, and he just kind of takes his arm and just like marks it with like by like clipping his arm. 5 days.
I'm gonna lean into Soul and say, do you think there's any reason not to kind of say what we've found out?
I mean, since they're scholars, they might be able to use the information that we've gathered to further their information, so we can come back and nag them later.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, I came out here looking for my brother. Was it a few weeks ago that we were
3, I
at the
think.
map?
No, that would have been the map. Yeah, the map in Nantambu. That was 3 weeks. Week.
That was before we got in the airship,
2
wasn't it?
weeks.
Yeah, I forgot about the airship, honestly.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 months ago,
And
maybe?
then a week. Roughly 3 months.
Okay. About 3 months ago, I had reason to believe my brother was. I don't know if he was in this town, but he was out in this part, general direction from Natambu, Nantambu. And in the time it took us to get out here, um, uh, the airship was a week ago, right, or 2 weeks? Oh no, because we were in
Uh,
this town for 3 weeks.
hmm You
Okay.
got off roughly 3 weeks ago,
Gotcha.
and the
As
airship
of
was a
3
week.
Gotcha. As of 3 weeks ago, we now have reason to believe he's somehow in the first world, and somebody in this town saw him in a dream just a couple nights ago. I don't know if he was in this area or if the Fae or the first world is somehow connected to people's dreams through this fog, but I'm I'm just trying to find my brother, man.
We'll make notes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely forgot to ask your name.
Julesen.
Julesen? How do you spell
Julesen.
that?
Oh, sure. There you go. Julesen.
Where was this posted?
Jen
Chin
said.
chat.
Gotcha. Thank you for your time. Soul, do you have any other questions?
Sorry, got hot air to the face. What was that?
Do you have any other questions?
None that I think we can get answered here at the current time.
No. I'm busy, baby. Okay. Well, Wilson, it was nice speaking with you. I appreciate you filling us in on what you've learned, and we'll be sure to let you know if we come across any information that might help your studies. On a side note, what is the city called again?
Jaha.
Jaha, thank you. Jaha?
Jaha.
Okay. I just made note for myself, in my character stuff. Okay, well, having done that, unless you had any other ideas of what you think we should investigate, I think probably reconnecting with everybody to figure out what we want to do, if we want to stay in town or if we want to head somewhere. Probably the best course of action.
Eventually, I'd like to actually check out that tower because I'm starting to think we know that us came here at some point. People
We
who
don't.
come here, we don't. I thought that's one of the things that we gathered.
We gathered somebody saw him in a dream, and he's in the first world, which has some loose connection to dreams at least. I am
And somehow
hypothesizing that the mist might also be associated. I knew he was in this general direction, but I wasn't able to pinpoint exactly where. So I don't know if he was here. I don't know if he was further out. I don't know if he even made it this far. All I know is 3 months ago he was in this like neck of the woods, and 3 weeks ago he was in the first world. So I think like what I think Lar is kind of wondering is if the people who disappear in that tower get whisked away to the first world. But I can't
that's
draw that
exactly what I was
conclusion
just wondering
because
as well.
I don't know for certain. We don't have any evidence that this was actually in the city because nobody has said they saw him other than in dreams.
That is true, but supposedly everyone that was here however long ago did disappear.
He just said he's been here since the first colony or whatever it was called, and that was 2 years ago. And
Correct.
I sent us in the real world 3 months ago.
So,
So the people who were here
so-
3 months ago are still
Okay,
here.
yeah.
Cass was making reference to prior to 2 years ago. This city was spirited away.
I know, but I'm saying I know for a fact, or at least unless there was a misspeak on Eric's part, I know for a fact 3 months ago he was not in the first world, and now he is.
But we also learned that anybody that's inside one of the buildings when there's a flash of light, they also disappear.
Right, that's why I'm saying if I had evidence to know for sure he was in this city physically at some point, I would think that that disappearance is what happened to him. But I haven't found any evidence yet confirming he was in this city.
But we do have reasonable suspicion right now that the fog that's emanating around the city is somehow connected to the first world, which is why I'm saying that it'd be nice to be able to continue to investigate either the
The
cursed tower or the central tower, because the one hypothesis that Lizard just gave us was that the fog could potentially be coming from the cracks underneath, which he also mentioned the lunar tower, the moon tower, which got cracks leading to the underneath, which could potentially be one of the origins from the fog.
Okay, but that's two different. He had two different theories, and the moon reference was that it's coming from the sky.
That was the other
You
theory
referenced-
that was coming from the sky.
Right, so why are you you're combining the theories now? Is that like an idea you had?
Oh no, there are two theories. One was the first one he was saying
coming from
cracks in the ground, underground, lunar tower, all that. And the second theory was that it was coming from the sky. Right now, I'm
Wait,
yeah,
did he
talk
say
about
that
the
the
first
cracks in
theory.
the ground thing was tied to the lunar tower?
He did not. He just simply said that it was coming from deep underground, and that there's a possibility. There was a possibility that was coming from Draugr.
Right. Okay.
So yeah,
you're
that
the
would kind
one
of
who added
connect into the two. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. I already forgot the lunar tower had the cracks in the ground. I mean, there are cracks in the ground all over the place, right? Like it's a pretty worn down city.
That's true.
It,
Not nearly
the-
as big, but
it's not super worn down. It's more of it is a bricked tile, like the roads are bricked, and there are cracks there. So, like, just like it's not like so tightly packed that there's no cracks. Like it's old stone roads, so it's not perfectly laid.
right. So there's cracks everywhere. It's just that the biggest cracks are in the moon tower.
The crack going underground is in the moon tower.
Right. But if there's any cracks, in theory, air could get through and stuff like that. So. Okay,
There
so
you
yeah,
go.
we can. There's two different. I think. I mean, I'll leave it up to you if you want to go get everybody else or want to go. At the very least, we could probably go to the off limits tower and maybe ask the guards if you have any questions in particular. Like maybe one of them have seen us. Maybe us talk to them. I don't know.
Yeah, the only issue is I don't necessarily have specific questions to ask. I'm more of a look around and find out.
Yeah,
Or fuck
well,
around.
don't do that.
What's the worst that can happen?
I thought
All
that
right,
too.
I lock him in the tower, and then I ask the no, just kidding. I mean,
Not
okay,
at the tower.
is-
Yeah.
would the tower, would the forbidden tower be on the way or out of the way to heading back towards where we stayed last night? Because I just kind of assumed that's where we would reconvene, or
Yeah,
the
we would
tavern.
probably-
The tavern's
probably
probably better
reconvene.
bet, right? Sorry.
All right, so are you guys going to meet up with the rest of the group?
I
Yeah.
asked you.
That'd probably be for the best.
Okay, we'll do that.
I didn't hear what you said. I'm
I have
typing.
asked, is the tower that's off limits on the way to the tavern or wherever we would go to meet them, or is it out of the way?
It is not on the way. It is
Yes, we'll do that. We'll go meet them.
basically anywhere you would go. It would be that middle tower is the most out of the way place.
Sounds good. I just figured if it was on the way, we could swing by, but if it's that out of the way, we'll go get everybody else first
Okay.
and see what everybody else wants to do.
All right. So, I guess you guys would have headed back into your for the room you paid last night.
So I was wondering, would we go there or would we go to the tavern? Because do we still technically have that room?
Oh, good point. I guess you would go to the tavern. Michael, where would you go crafting?
Probably where I didn't sleep.
So back at the room.
Yeah.
Okay. I just figured if we all left, if it's a day by day thing, they'd make you pay before going back in. I don't know how all that works. And Eric's too busy to fill me in.
Yeah. They would make you pay for it as evening rolled around.
Okay, so they could have gone back to the room. Okay, then well, out of character, I know my party is in both places, so I think our characters would go to the tavern, find Chris, and then maybe circle
Okay.
back to the inn or whatever
Chris,
it was.
Has anyone
what is
seen my
Shidro
tribesmen?
doing?
Asking about my tribesmen.
Have you seen these two? Have you seen these two? Go ahead and roll me a knowledge, local, or diplomacy.
Didn't you find your tribesman, or
No,
I found one
she
of
found
three.
the
Did.
missing one.
She's looking for the other two that she found.
She found two back at the
it's not looking good, Chief?
Oh no. Shidro's going up to a bunch of people who are absolutely racist and going, "Have you seen these two particular lizards?" And they're just
No,
like,
just
"No,
have you
there's
seen
a
a lizard that
over
looks like
there."
me?
All lizards look like you.
Yeah, they all look the same to me. Wait, isn't that something I said? Oh no.
So-
When you find out you're incredibly racist.
You go up to a gnome with like this like neon blue and like flame tipped hair and go, "Hey, have you seen a lizard that looks like me?" And he just goes, "Oh, I don't know. Yeah, you."
Thanks.
Sorry.
Guys,
I'm sorry.
guys,
No, that's what she just says.
Guys, what
Just
hap-
thanks. Moves on.
guys, what has 50 stars, 13 stripes, and is the American flag?
No, all I can think of is that one video that's just like, racist, I am a building. Am I going crazy or?
I don't know what you're talking about, but that sounded funny.
Hang on, I will have to do some searching.
No pressure. All right,
Alright,
we
so-
come in and Chris is talking to a very awesome haired gnome. With congestion, it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm awesome. Whips out an electric guitar.
I mean, I said his hair is awesome, but sure.
Hang on, is that just my character from?
Shidro is Shidro. Where'd everybody go?
Back to the room.
Oh, So they went back to the room.
Jazz is
So-
not here at the moment. Please leave a message at the beep.
I am, but I'm also not. I'm also preparing dinner for the next few, or lunch for the next few days.
Being an adult in this economy?
Being an adult in the middle of being a child? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Back to the good old days, I wish.
I need to lay down with the baby, so I've got my headset on, but I'm not going to be actively at my desk to roll. So if I need to roll
Okay.
anything, someone's going to have to do it for me.
So what am I responding to?
I said that the rest of the party's in the room.
I see, sleeping on the job then.
The lizard was left unattended.
Oh no. I would like to look around the room. Are there any bloody piles?
Roll perception.
Da, 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 da. I would love to. There's the button.
There's a dried up stain on the ground. You can't tell what it is.
You look around looking for a bloody pile. You just see the constant dripping of a butcher's apron, though.
Oh, unfortunately, I know where we got that from.
Ignore the fact that it's dripping and just, you know.
No, we're gonna act like it's been that way.
Probably
In my line
has.
of work, you learn not to ask questions.
Mama didn't raise nobody to ask no questions.
That's so funny. You don't know his mom, but it's so funny.
Mama didn't raise nobody.
Damn.
I'd like to go in my room and curl up in a fetal position.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, is the joke that he doesn't have parents?
No, he's got parents. It's so much worse than that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can unpack that trauma later.
I sure hope we do, because it would be great to do.
We got close, but I think I
I
don't
need to
think
write an entire
Cass's-
speech and skit.
All right, Harry, roll me just a straight D20.
Straight D20. All right. 14.
Nice. Make a note of that.
In 14 days, you're going to die.
Hope not.
Michael, what are
Hopefully
you
I don't die in 2
crafting?
sessions.
What's that?
What are you crafting?
Well, first, I want to know how you want to do math.
I don't. I truly don't.
I
But
have
like,
the gloves of menial tasks, which halves the crafting time required.
Cap.
You also said the Orb of Zin halves the crafting time required. However, I want to know
Does
how you
it?
want to do that. Yeah, you said because it creates a copy of myself.
Yes, but that doesn't half the crafting time.
If it works the same way as like Marcus did, where I have a helper.
Fair. Okay, if you're doing it that way, then sure. That would just quarter the time.
So you're saying half and half. So I would do it in a quarter of the time.
Correct.
Okay. I know what I want to make.
I hate what you just said.
No, it's not much. It's not much. But everybody can afford to do it.
Especially
Go
now.
on.
Cloak of Resistance plus 5 is only 12,500.
mean, it's worth considering, but also,
Oh.
And I can craft it in 3 days.
Is that with the quarter time or?
Yeah, it's with the quarter time.
Yeah.
oh, oh.
And
Things
I'm
about to
reading
get a
Grace
lot
is helping
harder.
you. You can do it in 1 day.
Yeah, I'm
What was
reading this, and I underestimated this.
What?
The Cloak of Resistance.
Oh yeah. No, it's really good.
Just straight +5 to all saving throws.
Mhm. It would basically bankrupt you guys from doing anything else, but there you go.
I
Michael-
told you I have an extra 5,000.
Michael, you going for it?
What's that, buddy?
You're gonna go for that?
Well, certainly for myself. I don't know about.
Yeah,
I can't attest for the others.
Boy howdy. All right. Well. I'm scared. Did you roll your money for this day, by the way?
No.
Are you just going to roll it at the end?
Of crafting?
No. At end of session, you're just going to roll the days.
Sure.
Okay. I feel like that's just going to make it clean for us. We just got to remember how many days we went through. Currently, 1. All right. Well, you guys meet up with Harry and Michael up in a room.
Mm-hmm. So, where did you guys go off to? Directed towards the
Chijiro immediately answers and says, "Oh, I went to the tavern."
Oh yeah. Yes. I
Anyway.
was directed towards the siblings.
Siblings.
I'm calling you that now. I mean, it's close enough.
She has 3 arms.
Okay, and
But you're both looking for a
That's something.
sibling.
That's something you have in common with her. You got a third arm too, buddy.
Touche.
Oh. I hate you.
Anyway,
This is
so
great.
we went to do some research, and I'm gonna let Soul give you the details because I'm not. I
Fog
didn't
ma-
catch on to a couple things, so I think he's more equipped to answer.
Fog may be connected to Dream World. People having nightmares here. One of them dreamed about Oos, or at least one of them. Draugr may be below the city.
Oh,
Light is
Draugr
evil.
are definitely below the city. They just may be impacting it. We're not sure.
You mean they're close enough to the surface to do so?
That's what we don't know.
My running theory is, you remember the Underground of Dread?
Yeah, I remember. And the above ground dread.
My theory is at least the underground portion is connected. The above ground, I'm not so sure.
Okay, so I'm a dwarf, right? Can I like roll to see if like this sort of thing is the Durgar's MO? Potentially with
Sure. Knowledge local, knowledge history, or knowledge.
Would he get knowledge religion if he didn't hear the? Oh, I guess if he knows about it.
Would this? Hang on. I need to check.
No, it
the-
doesn't count as dungeoneering. I did already ask that one.
That's not what I'm asking.
No, hold on. Let him ask.
This is dwarf adjacent. So
Yes, it is.
would this constitute using my honor as a
Yes, you
modifier?
can. You can use your honor as a modifier.
All right. So that's an extra plus 13. Okay, I trained knowledge local preparing for this.
Nat 20!
Nice. Hero point.
Let's go! Get your hero point, buddy.
Let's fucking go!
Nice.
I have 1 hero point to my name now, baby.
Alright, so instead of it being a 21, what is your hero point? Or not, or your
My
honor?
honor is plus 13.
So it would be a 33.
Mhm.
34.
Yeah,
No, we
34.
don't. We it's instead of.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, instead of the base modifier. Okay.
Right. You can also add Draugr now to this because I will allow you to roll any knowledges on Draugr with your hero or with
Okay.
your honor from now on. So
Let's
salt
go.
builds, the salt beards and the Draugr are now locked in for you. That's awesome.
Hell yeah. I just like brain blasted back to my teachings as a young dwarf.
Just rolling back to your mind, you're like, ah, yes. Your particular location is actually unaffected by either of the major Draugr factions on your continent. Mainly due to the fact that your particular mountain is full of just dwarves that are loyal to the city, to the crown.
Right.
So that's ruling out the Draugr theory entirely then.
Correct. Or oh wait.
No, from where you
Oh, my mountain. Okay.
your mountain.
What does that have to do with?
I'm just simply framing it for him. That being said, of course you were taught what Draugr are. Draugr are the deep dwarves. The dwarves that decided instead of going for the quest of the sky, the quest of the dark.
Is that actually how it's called?
What, quest for the sky and the quest for the dark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's raw as hell.
Yeah. All normal dwarves are the dwarves that came up and they pushed out orcs from the underground.
Oh.
The orcs had to flee out the mountains, like the mountain cave holes, as the dwarves pulled forth and rose as an entire empire.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And that was the quest for the sky. At the same time, those dwarves that decided not to follow the three kings up followed two kings down. And that was the quest for the dark.
We must dig deeper.
Yeah. There are two major ideologies between the Draugr. The first one follows one of them, which is to enslave everything because the Draugr are the superior race to anything. They built many of the large spanning empires. And the second one are known as the more insane ones. They found something deep underground and revel and worship it as the all-consuming. There's something that they call the Great Cage.
Great Cage.
The Great Cage. Now you're asking if this fog is their MO? Not so much. When Draugr decide to come to the surface, they do so very quickly, and they don't prolong. They just pop up, do what they're doing, and then they go back down into their holes. They care not for the surface. The surface is such a small portion. Like, the amount of land that's actually usable to them in their eyes is almost nothing.
All right, so we can basically rule out it being the Duergar's doing. I had a feeling, just because this feels. I do agree with you that this is almost certainly Fae in origin. Question is it like a Fae, or is it someone using Fae magic?
Well, the other theory that the scholar we spoke with had was something about it being from the sky and tied to the moon.
The moon, huh?
Lunic something?
Lunic is just a word for moon.
Or of the moon, yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
the
but
moon.
he said I thought he said Lunic something. I can't remember what the something was.
I mean, the thing is, we can't see the moon from here, correct?
Because of the fog.
Yeah.
You're correct.
The reason the scholars are, well, one of the things the scholars are investigating is the fact that they don't know where the fog is coming from. So he's theorizing that it might be coming from the sky. But I'm guessing there's no way to prove that, or it wouldn't be a theory anymore.
You're not entirely wrong, but if it was coming from the sky literally, then surely from an outsider's perspective you would be able to like see it in the distance, no?
I
Like
mean,
it
I don't know
literally
much
falling.
about like magic, and I don't and things like that. But like, if it's one of those things, like if it's coming so thinly and then it amasses at the bottom, I could see maybe not being able to necessarily see it. Kind of like sunbeams. You can only see sunbeams if there's clouds, but they're always there. But you only really see the light when it hits things at the bottom. I think.
Scholar Lar coming in. What the hell?
I think that's how it works.
Ragnar's listening and learning much.
I lived in a cave for like 20 years. I learned how to see the world when I came out of cave.
I love it.
Your wisdom is bountiful. Anywho,
I can always send one of you guys to the moon.
I mean, remind me how tall the tower is.
Which one?
The moon tower. Sorry.
Oh. So they are 300?
Oh.
Double checking. I think 300 feet tall.
Yeah, okay. That's taller than what I was thinking.
Yeah, this is not like a small location. Like, this is...
Yeah, it's easy to forget just because, well, it's not very touristy.
Right. So here's a great example. So you see that's the ruler has like 1,000 feet, right?
Yeah.
If you actually measured out the moon tower, it's like 2,500 feet around.
The 1,000 feet is very much longer than the
right
moon tower.
Right, but if you use that scale, it's around a quarter. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean,
The moon tower is like, the towers are big, and then the tower in the middle is like 60. Not 60,
Yeah, okay.
600.
Makes you wonder what this place used to be.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. We probably already know, and I forgot.
No. There's been a little bit of like knowledge dropped. All you know is whoever was here before wasn't good.
Do we have... Right. Yeah, we couldn't freaking figure it out because everyone who would have known freaking teleported away. Including all their belongings, I assume?
No, their belongings all over the place.
Because I'm wondering if they have, like, older books.
Most of the books have been gathered into the Star or Sky Tower.
There are lots of books in the Scholars Tower where we went if you're looking for books.
I mean, that makes sense. I'm just like, is it worth it to try and piece together as much as we can before we try delving deep? Or is there should we just, like, try and brute force it? Our party has been known to use brute force.
Sure.
I didn't know we would be brute forcing anything. I thought we were gonna try and. You had the mutant from living in a cave, and I'm sorry, Soul. I don't know you well enough to stereotype you, but whatever Soul would be going and doing investigating while you guys went shopping. I thought we were gonna investigate.
I mean, you guys were investigating for your own purposes as well, to be fair.
Yes.
And now we do know, probably, that wherever everyone went from before everyone got teleported, us is there. Most likely.
I'm going to remind Harry that Rugnir has something for Soul.
The carpet?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, yeah. Soul. We have a present for you. And,
I'm gonna appear slightly shocked.
I mean, we figured you could use something like this most effectively. Wouldn't you agree?
It's not flying when it's not activated, correct?
I don't know what it is yet.
Mm-hmm. Cass, say yip yip.
Yip
Or
yip.
Soul, sorry. And yeah, it unfurls and does the flying carpet thing.
It is a white rug with a brown, a fairly large, thick brown line down the middle of it.
My eyes are gonna widen. I'm gonna just say, altitude. I'm naming
What's
it
your
Alpha.
maximum range again?
Yes.
Well, you are.
Incredible. It's yours.
I'm naming it Alpha. Can't change my mind.
Not going to.
That was kind of a given.
Now, just don't say yip yip when you when you want it to like giddy up or anything like that, because it's going to close.
You're flying around. You're flying around. You want to go faster? Yip yip. Closes, falls.
Wraps you up like a burrito and you fall to your death.
Now, it does have a certain amount of time it can fly per day before it just turns off.
Nope.
Nope.
As long as you want.
Heck yeah.
Above the tree line if you so wish.
That'll also make doing lookout duties a little bit easier. Depending on how concerned we are about. Actually, yeah, just at the edge of the tree line.
I'm going to post this just so that everyone can have a quick look-see at it.
Ma'am, get down.
Post it here. the Carpet of Flying. Overland flight of unlimited duration.
The medium one.
Yep. You do need to make fly checks if you're going to be doing like fancy maneuvers on it.
Is that to not fall off?
Yes.
Is this not considered a slick surface?
It is not a slick surface, no.
Spy boots.
Yeah, I had a feeling. No, I knew you were going to like be able to lock onto it, like, but I was just informing you that if you do not use your spider boots,
Have to make fly checks if I try to maneuver to not fall off.
correct. So maybe next level, chuck 1 point into it just to make life easier on
I
yourself.
got a picture in the chat.
I saw. It's your flying carpet, dude.
Okay, that's how my fly carpet
Yo!
looks like.
That's great.
And then it just rolls onto itself whenever whenever you're not doing that. I missed how goofy we can be.
I think that when it rolls up, the eyes are still visible, just looking at whoever's standing behind me at the moment.
It goes perfectly onto your backpack.
Hope you didn't want that.
The eyes are on either side of your head now.
No, nothing will know how to hunt me.
Golly, dude. What a wild experience this is. All right. What are you guys doing?
Well, are we considering exploring the Underdark?
It's not the Underdark, but
All right. I need you to know something. Every cave entrance you have ever seen, every hole that is in the ground has the potential to go to the Underdark.
Underdark is 5th edition.
Right now, we just the only absolute facts we have is that it's a scary cave.
I mean, we can make.
It's called the Darklands.
Oh. Either way, Ragnar's just gonna roll his eyes at Zethus, but I mean, theoretically we're pretty prepared, but do we want to be more prepared for dealing with it, or do we want to like gather more information?
I'm always down for crafting.
I mean, how much more prepared can we get, though? Because we already did ask scholars, and they gave us all the information that they have at the moment. We gave them more to work with, hopefully, in theory. Either we just wasted their time. But it'll take a while before they get any more information.
I mean, because there's a few things. You guys didn't really try and figure out what exactly the previous people were trying to do, and there's a non-zero chance they brought this on themselves.
That is true. They could have
Okay.
activated some sort of a super weapon that killed them all.
Or teleported them to the Feywilds or whatever.
Yeah, or Strahd, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's that. Like, there's more we can know, is my point. And I'm just wondering, how much do we care? And also, not to like belabor a point, +5 to fear saves is not no slouch. And will saves are fear save, and that's something that If
We
we
can
want
buy a
to.
bunch of remove fear potions too
That is also true.
before going in. My suggestion is that we take some time, allow me to craft some capes. If you don't want capes, you can find out whatever else you want to craft. You just got a big check. So
Eric,
Don't spend
Yes.
it all in one place.
it's all
that
going
is
in
exactly
there.
what he's doing. Anyway, um, is there any sort of check I can do safely to have any idea of if the alchemist has made progress towards us?
Sure, make a stealth check.
I rolled a 3.
Ruh-roh.
You allow yourself to sit there and delve into your blood. As you do, everyone else, I want you to make note that as she does this, blood begins to, her black ichor begins to pour from the side of her eyes. She gets a single bloody ichored nose, and her dark black veins bulge.
Woo, woo.
Gonna need a drink from the bar after
Tell
this.
anybody I was doing this.
No.
You just did it. You just kind of sit down,
Sit
do
down
this,
and
and then
start molding.
and then just literally, after like a few moments, her ears start to bleed too. Like it's not great.
Yeah, that's
Who has a tissue they don't care about?
I don't think they have here. Maybe they do.
Where's that? Like, are humans supposed to do?
No. Not to my understanding.
So, Lar,
Yep.
you feel he is no longer distant and drawing closer.
Ruh-roh.
Okay. I come back to. Does the blood just disappear? Or do I have to like wipe myself off?
Do you think I would let just the blood magically disappear off of you?
What do you think this is? Magic the Gathering?
What do you think this is? D&D?
You think there's magic in this world to just magic the blood away?
No, you gotta clean that. Come on now.
You could probably use
I just-
prestidigitation, though.
Yeah, but she doesn't have that.
Yeah, I don't. So I'm just like It looks like mascara when you like try to wipe it off. It gets all smudged.
That's
So much-
generous.
Except if it drips
I
on
look
anyone
like
else, it
somebody
burns
failed
them.
at trying to do.
Doesn't
like, a
burn.
Batman
Doesn't
makeup.
burn you. It only hurts if it gets into you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just like pathetically without like a mirror or anything, trying to wipe whatever I can feel like on my face and stuff. Okay, so I'm all for being as prepared as possible. That said, remember how months ago I mentioned that I had that dream where the alchemist was coming after us, or said he was gonna something or another?
Vaguely.
He's getting closer. I can't pinpoint in any regard, but he's definitely not that far, and he is still in pursuit. So the longer we sit around, we may end up in a position we're not prepared for, even with preparation. So,
Do we have a estimation of how long it would for
I-
him to get here?
this is not. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've never really done this before. I had the dream, and then I've done everything in my power to not connect with him since then. So I don't have a point of reference to start from. And like I said, I can't pinpoint exactly where he is, so I can't try and math out like how far he's gotten in how much time or anything like that.
Hmm. Then, what about, for safety's sake, we give ourselves an amount of time where if we can't figure out the
Is this a
issue
thing you
he's
can do
facing-
daily? Like, you can just
Mhm.
bloodlet yourself and try to find out where the alchemist is?
I don't know. I can probably do it as much as I want, but every time I do it, I'm gonna raise a huge red flag and risk him realizing I'm doing it and pinpointing exactly where I am. Where I'm assuming it's probably like with me and us, where he knows the general direction I am. I don't know if he knows exactly where I am yet, based on. I mean, I could try and pinpoint exactly where he is, but I think that's kind of what I just did. I think he's too far to know exactly, but I can tell he's not as far as he was, and we were much further south back then. So
What I'm thinking is we try and, like, maybe in like a day or two, make our way down to the depths to try and figure it out.
2 days would let Michael finish up his cloak.
I
So
was
2
I was
days is
about
probably
to
about
say in
max.
character, if we give Zephys the time to finish whatever project he's working on, and then we'll have one person who's slightly more prepared, and then we can take risk. I mean, I'm all for disappearing into the Fae, but that's probably not a great idea. But that's just my fear of the alchemist talking, I think.
I have a distinct feeling we're not gonna just disappear like that, you know?
No. I'm saying let's go investigate the Forbidden Tower and disappear into the Fae. But
Oh,
that is also my fear of the alchemist talking, thinking that maybe if we go to the first world, we'll escape the alchemist. But I'm
We're also
at
assuming that
least
they
well
Damn,
versed
you
in.
got a legitimate. Like, your fear for him must be crazy.
you don't understand, man.
I mean,
Field
But
trip.
we are also making assumptions that the Forbidden Tower takes you to the Feywilds.
yeah,
The
and
first
also
world.
that could come with any number of detriments.
That being
Oh,
said,
I'm
I agree
aware.
with
Like
Lar. I
I
feel as though
said,
it's a better option.
it's definitely my fear of the alchemist talking. But I'm ready to do just about anything to not be here. So let's let Zephys finish his project, and then do literally anything, no matter how
I
risky.
was thinking down to the underground of the
We can
moon
do
tower.
we can do that while Zephys finishes the project. Once Zephys finishes the project, I cannot talk. Holy cow! We can go check out the Forbidden Tower.
So you want to go without Zephys down into the depths of despair?
I feel as though that one should be a little safer between the
The,
two.
Make sure to
the depth of
make
despair. My philosophy is, sorry, Michael. What were you gonna say?
I was just saying, just make sure to remove fear potions.
Yes,
We have removed fear.
Okay.
more.
I mean, we can always. Well, can we get more? Because I'm pretty sure. Oh no, you only bought half of what he had before, right?
I mean, either way, I think we'll probably be fine if we're quick. And also, God, I was gonna say a thing. Right. I would assume going under the Tower of the Moon would be drawing us closer to whatever the source is, because that's not like an intended pathway by any means.
All right. Well, I feel like this is a good place to call it for the week, and we'll pick up here next week.
All right.